Well, good morning, everyone. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. You're in our Stitchuation room, and this is a Monday through Friday virtual stitching retreat where you hang out with me in here, follow me on my sewing journey, and I hope I can inspire you to put something under the needle. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Hello, hello. Good morning from Kansas. You guys nice and chilly up there? It's cold here. It's 40 right now. It is December 19th. Christmas is within a week. Oh my goodness sakes. So let's go ahead and take care of the girls because Dottie is being a little insistent right here. Kind of jumping up on my lap is what she's doing. Yes, she is. If you're new, welcome. You better sit down and mind your manners. Sit down. Yeah. Sit. Good girl. There you go. This is Dottie. She'll be 6 months on the 23rd. She is a cowboy corgi. And then this is Frito right next to her. And Frito is she must be about 6 now. And she is a Queensland stumpy tail cattle dog. They are not family by nature. Uh-oh, Frito, I don't have one of your sticks. I'm going to have to give you one of Dottie's. So they get a rawhide to brush their teeth every morning. She said, good girl. You guys ready to go? Let's outside. Out. Come on. So I'm going to put them out of the sewing room and I'll be right back. Come on, girls. Let's go. We can't have everybody up here bothering, getting in the cords. There you go, Dottie. There you go, Frito. All right. Good girls. Okay. I hope everybody's doing well today. Oh, my goodness. It's a beautiful day here in South Texas. Oh, my goodness. Belly rubs. Yes, thank you, Peggy. Oh, scratches and big hugs. That's very thoughtful. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay. So today we're going to do a giveaway and I want to thank Susan for sharing this with me to share with you. We're going to give away, you Kimberbellas will love these. How about a set of the rectangular? Yeah. Orange pop rulers. So the code today is #OrangePop. Is today Friday? Yeah, I think it is. Is it Friday? It is. #OrangePop, all one word. These are from KimberBell. They allow you to center your blocks for trimming. And I love these things. And if you are making Sweetheart Street with us, with me, then you'll love getting these. Now, US shipping only, please. #OrangePop. So thank you so much, Susan, for sharing these with me to share with my my viewers. I really appreciate it, and I know they will too. Oh my goodness. Let's make sure the giveaway tool is catching. Yes, 106 entries already. Awesome sauce. Good, good, good. All righty. So yesterday I was stitching the farmhouse block. Wanted to show you guys the final on that. I have not pressed it yet. I haven't trimmed it yet or any of that. There we go. This turned out just adorable, didn't it? Look at that. Just absolutely adorable. I love it, love it, love it. Super cute. So I told Betty Boop, I said, I started stitching the wrong size. Yesterday I was stitching the one for the one size larger. Oh, that reminds me. Somebody ordered a kit for the lap size from Two Chicks Quilting. Okay. And they received the wall size instead, which is the smaller one, and they don't know who it is. So if you ordered this fabric kit for Prim, for Lori Holt's embroidery quilt Prim, from Two Chicks Quilting in Ganado, if you haven't opened it yet or gotten to it, check it and make sure you have the right amount of fabric for the wall size, okay, or the lap size, which is larger. And what they're going to do is they're going to send you another kit. You need to reach out to them and say, hey, that was me. And they're going to send you another kit for the lap size. And that way you'll just have both. So they're going to make it right by just giving you a whole nother kit. Okay. So I want to let you guys know about that. Julie let me know about that yesterday. So I spent a lot of time. Well, good morning. Hi. Pammy says, hi, good morning. I'm here. Oh my goodness. What's in the kitchen this morning? Scotty Dog, we have a virtual kitchen, just like any stitching retreat. There's always some goodies in there. I hope we have breakfast tacos on Friday. They're my favorite. I'm a plain Jane kind of girl. I like my potato and egg. Those are my favorite. Lori says, I can't wait for mine. Yeah, fun stuff, fun stuff. Orange pop. Let me double check again, make sure it's collecting. 326 entries. Awesome. If you win this, you have 24 hours to email me and let me know you are the winner. And if I don't hear from you, I'm going to give it to the next person. So that's how that goes. All right. One more sip of the coffee here. Oh my goodness. Sherry says, good morning, PTWT Nation. Yes, I just love our community. It's fabulous. Okay. I spent a load of time yesterday, like almost 3 hours, going through and cutting out all of the steps blocks. And if you're not a quilter, you might go, why are they called steps? And these are the blocks for the Prim machine embroidery quilt. They're actually based on a quilt block called courthouse steps. And that's what so you start with a center square, and then you top, bottom, side, top, bottom, side, top, bottom, side. And they're great, right? And they're very easy to do. Oh, Janie, it's all one word, sweetie. Hashtag orange pop. Go back and fix it. Put it in again. It's got them right up here. This is orange pop rulers. These are from KIMBERBELL. You got all kinds of cool stuff in here. You can do all kinds of centering. It's wonderful stuff. I've never used these inner, like this one is a flying geese ruler. And then this is a tumbler ruler. And this one, obviously, I guess is just a ruler. I don't know what they are. I've never used them. I've used these outer ones a lot. I love these orange pop rulers. I need to put a link to them below. You can get them at my girlfriend's quilt shop. I've got a link to that below for something, I'm sure, but I'll do it. So they have cuts in them that you can get your rotary cutter in there and then cut all the way through. So these are unopened. I don't know how Susan ended up with a spare, but she said, can I give these to you to give to my viewers? And absolutely, I would love to do that. Now, some of you want to send me stuff to do giveaways. Y'all, please ask me first, okay? Because that means I get a lot of stuff in here, and I just ended up giving away without it going to my viewers. So please don't send me stuff without asking. I appreciate that very much. All right, let me get the Frito bucket out of the way here. I need to put this up or else my dogs will get it. All right. So these step blocks. First of all, if you are doing Prim with us, the embroidery quilt from Riley Blake, whoops. My life. It's like living with a toddler. Okay. All righty. So I want to go through, what I'm going to do is talk to you about the steps blocks. There are 14 of them. And whenever I have huge multiples like that, that's where I stop and go, okay, there's got to be a better way, because each block would probably take you about an hour to hoop, get your pieces cut, get it all ready to go, and then stitch it out. So that it's a hashtag Linda, hashtag orange pop, all one word. My cabinet behind me looks great. Thank you. All empty and neat. This one? Oh, yeah. Well, I just got my 6x10 machine out of the motorhome when Candace and Mike were here, and I'm going to put that in there. So I'll have that. There. Well, good morning. Hi. Okay. So the thing you need to do whenever you're going to do a project like this is you need to look. I always look for pattern corrections. And Riley Blake calls them project updates. So I'm going to share a page with you. We did this a lot with Autumn Love, but I want to share a page with you. And this is Riley Blake's website. Okay. It's called right here. So you can go to Riley Blake. It's RileyBlakeDesigns.com is what the website is. RileyBlakeDesigns.com. Riley Blake is the manufacturer of the fabric. Okay. And then you have machine embroidery over here on the far side. And I'm going to click that. I need to look at my phone and make sure you see what I'm seeing. Let me jump back. I just want to double check. Yes. Okay. And go back over here. Now, you want to go to project updates right down here. Okay. It says project updates. I'm going to click that. And now you've got project updates. There's Autumn Love. Here's Hometown. Here's your accessories. Good morning.
Good morning. I tell them about my team.
Okay. Okay. Here comes my husband. He's got something to share with y'all. Hold on a minute, babe. Just a minute. I'm sharing screens. Just a second. Let me remove that.
Sharing?
Yeah, I'm sharing screens. Okay. This is my husband, Keith, if you're new.
Howdy, howdy. So everybody, for Merry Christmas, if y'all ever got a seam ripper here recently, there's a little purple piece of plastic in there. That is a needle assist for putting your needle on your machine. So those were thrown in free. We don't sell them. But I wanted, don't throw it away. It's just put the needle in there when you're putting it on the machine. It makes it a whole lot easier while you're holding your screwdriver. But those were your Merry Christmas presents.
Now, hold on. I'm going to show him how to use it.
Oh, you can show them.
Yeah, I can show him how to use it. So he found this pattern. Let me get a needle, y'all. I'll get an old one. He found the pattern as a freebie or something with his 3D printer. And a lot of you asked me about buying a 3D printer. And the one he has is from Bamboo Labs. It's BAMBU labs.com. And it is the PS2. Then when you click on that, they offer a PS2 combo. And that combo is a tray that sits on top of the printer that holds all the filament. That's all I know about it. I don't have a link to it, y'all. So let me come in here and get this real quick and show you. Whoa. About dropped that iron. I'm going to show you what we're talking about here. So not everybody, he has thrown these into the packages ever since the most recent batch of what do you call them? Seam rippers that went out on our store site, powertoolswiththreadstore.com. Y'all, if you didn't get one, we're not going to ship another one. He just tossed them in there. And I was kind of hesitant about you guys seeing these. Also, if you're getting them, if you're getting anything from, so the scan and cut support legs, they might be in those, but those are only the ones that were shipped from our house. If they were shipped from my son's house, they don't have one of these in here. That was kind of the thing. Okay. So it might look like it doesn't have a hole in the bottom of it. So you just want to take your needle. I can't see. I need my glasses. I kind of pop it through there. They're nice because they have a flat spot in the back. You kind of got to push it through. Okay. You tried to order a seam ripper as soon as you got the email. Well, the problem is if you don't live on your email, like some people, you know, that happens. I'm trying to get this through there. So you might need a pair of pliers the first time to really get that through and poke that hole. It's not a very good design, but once you get it, right, it works pretty good. And it'll slip up in there. And now you've got this nice long handle while you're screwing in the needle. So you just need to poke that hole through the bottom the first time, or go in from the bottom and poke it back to the front, whatever. If you can. If you can't, don't worry about it, y'all. It's just a cheap little piece of plastic. Okay. All right. Are you doing the Prim steps? Yes. The method twisted your brain, but you got them done. Yeah, Ruth Roberts, they definitely will twist your brain. That's for sure. You've got to read the instructions and figure it out. It's almost like paper piecing the way they're built, because it's a stitch and flip method for the whole thing. So, okay. I was talking about the updates for Prim. So let's get back to this. Now, on these project updates, once you get to this page, you're going to come on down here, and there is the Prim quilt. This is at RileyBlakeDesigns.com/ME, which is machine embroidery. So we're going to click this, and then it will give you the updates. Now, the updates are for the steps blocks, okay? Your cutting sizes are fine. It just has a different finishing, all right? Let me make this larger so you guys can see it. So the instructions that if your USB is dated December, right here, if your USB package is December 25th or later, December 25 or later, these updates have already been applied and no further action is required. So that's this. If you got your USB last fall, then you need to pay attention right here. The instructions tell you to tear away the back stabilizer. These blocks don't use tear away. These blocks use no-show mesh cutaway. All right. And then it does not have a centering crosshair where you trim from. These blocks have a guide outline stitch. So you just will need to look at that, and I'll show you how to do that. We're going to finish this block today. Okay. Now, all right. So I've got that. Wanted to show you guys that. Let's go back here. Let me quit and remove. Perfect. And we're going to stop sharing that. There we go. Okay. Let me see here. The block is log cabin. The layout is courthouse steps. Okay. Okay. So a seam ripper, let's see. Okay. You have a needle holder. Good. Awesome. All righty. Okay. I'll buy that. Whatever. It works. One way or the other. You love my wall hanging, my heart wall hanging. That's from Quilting with Harriet. Thank you. She made that for me. I needed, somebody asked me about it today, and I'm like, I got an email on it, and I'm like, I don't know. All right, y'all. So the thread doesn't really matter, okay, because there's no top stitching on this block. But again, with 14 blocks, that'll take you 2 weeks if you do one a day. That's a lot of stitching on top of the rest of the blocks that are in the quilt. So the way my mind works, this is how Becky's brain works, is to streamline this by doing multiples. And for those of you that have larger hoops, this is where having those larger hoops makes it really, you feel like, okay, that's why I spent the money on this machine, right? So now when you do multiples in a single hooping, you end up with doing this one, then doing this one, then doing this one, then doing this one. And you end up with 4, doing it over 4 times. Again, that's not how my brain works. My brain wants to do the same stitch all at once on all 4. And it's usually about not having to pull the hoop so many times. All right. So instead of pulling the hoop to do whatever it is I need to do, like, I don't remember how many color stops there are in one of these step blocks, but there's a whole bunch of them. Okay. And I don't want to do a whole bunch of them and pull the hoop every time for just this one, and then do that again here and do that again here. I don't want to do that. I want it to stitch the first stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, pull the hoop, put the fabric down 4 times, put the hoop back in, and it stitches 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And so instead of doing them all of one, all the second one, all the third one, all the fourth one, we're going to do all of them at one time. And in order to do that, you have to do what's called color sorting. And color sorting is really, really simple once you've learned the trick. And the big trick is make each stitch a different color. Now, I'm going to be using embroidery software for this, and I'm going to use Embrilliance Essentials, okay? Embrilliance is on sale right now. They have a 10% off coupon with a code. I've got a link to it below in the description box. It's like $139 minus 10%. It's a deal. Really, really inexpensive software that get it for yourself for Christmas. The coupon's good through the 28th. You like the way my brain works, Vicki? Yeah. Because I'm lazy. So I want to do it the most efficient way possible, get it done, and go on with my day. That's the way I think. Okay. So let's double check. Color sorting is everything. Yes, Shay, it sure is. 568. Awesome. Awesome. Those who didn't make it today are going to be really bummed. So today's giveaway, thank you, Susan, is a set of orange pop rulers. Sally says she loves Embrilliance. I know, I love it. Okay, you're excited to get started with it, Delta. Good, good, good. So these are the rectangular orange pop rulers. If you already have them, get a set and give them to a buddy. Okay, so great gifts, great, great gifts. All righty. Now, these are not for Prim. These are for Sweetheart Street, which we're going to do another block next month. All right, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my screen with you. We're going to do a little infinity screen for a minute, and then I'm going to bring up Embrilliance, and we are going to go through the process of color sorting. Yeah, Rockin' Roxas. What a Christmas present. You bet. Y'all, I bought my granddaughter's Christmas present this morning, and it's going to arrive late because I couldn't think of what to get her. And then my son sent me a picture last night. Where's my phone? I think I have it. Let me share with this before we get to it because you guys will love it. She's going to be 12. Is that right? Big brother is 14. They're 2 years apart. Yeah, she's going to be 12. So let me pull up my photos and show you this, and we'll go full screen. Okay, so let me do this. I want to share. You guys will love this. So Grammy went up there. I gave her, this is the brother NQ 3550W, and she is knocking out Christmas cards, you guys. Look at that. Isn't that cool? That's the original thread kit that I gave her right there. She has all of my old, that's her bedroom. Y'all, I'm so proud of her. She cleared off all of her toys, right? And made room for her embroidery machine. So there she is watching the cards stitch out. So what a blessing. What a real blessing. Let me remove that and stop that share. Okay, good. So it is sweet, y'all. I just absolutely love it. I love that she can quilt. She's not a fan yet. You know, she likes the instant gratification of machine embroidery. So hopefully I've started a little monster. And I'm like, you better get used to it because you're going to get all this when I'm dead. Thumbs up done. Thank you, Scotty Dog. I appreciate that so, so much. You guys, if you have the time to do hashtag power tools or hashtag orange pop, I apologize. You've got the time to hit that thumbs up. Please hit like and subscribe. And if she has a Becky ponytail. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. She loves her long hair. That's for sure. Her hair's thin. Mine's real thick. So she didn't get mine. But anyway, it just warms my heart that she loves to do machine embroidery. So awesome, Polly. Thank you. Thumbs up too. I appreciate that. If you are watching on TV and you don't have your phone near you or your iPad or your tablet, then grab the channel, the TV remote, and hit the channel up button. I hear that works. I don't know how it goes on a Roku. Okay. So let's get into Embrilliance, and I want to show you how easy it is to do this. It's just a matter of making every single stitch. When you're doing multiples, it's a matter of making every single stitch a different color. That's what that just changed the colors. Now, the embroidery machine does not care what color's on the screen. It doesn't care what color is on the spool. So just because you're changing colors, this is really important in a multi-needle, right? But just because you're changing colors, that doesn't matter. So let's jump into Embrilliance. Okay. What did I do here? We're going to go to an infinity screen for just a second. And then we're going to be able to jump into Embrilliance. Okay, here we go. There it is. And where's my software? There it is. So here we are. This is the Embrilliance Essentials main screen. Now, if you only have Essentials, you won't see this little triangle right up here with a dot. It says Stitch Edit. That is actually Embrilliance Enthusiast. All right. I love Enthusiast. It's a wonderful tool. And then this little sundial, quarter of a sundial looking thing, this is Stitch Artist. So you won't have that either. But everything else will pretty much look the same. You won't have the vacuum cleaner unless you have the density repair kit. I'm going to turn on my little enable presentation assistant so you can see this. Okay. I need to grab my phone so I can see what you're seeing. Excuse me just a second, y'all. I want to make sure I don't have anything going wrong here. Okay. And I'm going to pull up YouTube. I'm not telling you what I got her for Christmas because she might be watching. She does that. So you guys keep it clean. This is a family show, right? Go to YouTube. Okay. And pull this up. There's my channel. Get that off. Okay. And turn my volume way down.
Pull this up.
Whoop, wrong
There's my
button.
channel.
There we go. Awesome. Okie doke. So I need to pull in the design, and I'm going to pull in the steps design. I'm going to do 4 at one time because I've got a great big hoop. I've got the luminaire, and it has a 10 by 16, so I'm going to do 4. I can fit them 4 in at a time on the 9 by 14, but I want a little more wiggle room for trimming, so I'm going to use the 10 by 16. All right. So I'm going to go to get the design. I'm just going to click the open, which is the yellow folder right up here. I love Embrilliance because it looks a lot like Microsoft Office. Okay. We have open. I'm sorry. We have new, which is a new piece of paper up here. Open, save, print, copy, paste, undo, redo, etc. Okay. And then when I bring in a design, let me click the open. Let's see. I believe it's on my desktop. Let's go to Prim. Okay. And if you look, now I renamed these on a USB and brought them over and then put them on the machine. I just renamed them so that I can see what they are. And these are the 6 by 10s. Okay. Now, 4 of these blocks are different sizes than all the others. All 14 are not identical. Just FYI. Okay. So I'm going to pull up block C. It's blocks, I have it on a note card. C, F, J, and N are different. C, F, J, and N are different from all of the rest of the blocks. So I'm going to grab block C. And how do you know? So down here, I can see there's 1,783 stitches, 17 color stops. I don't want to pull the hoop 17 times. Okay. It is 4 1/4 by 6 11/16. If you come over here to B, that's 2,007 stitches, 19 color stops. It's 4 7/16 by 7 5/16. So all the A, 2007, 19 colors, they're the same. B, identical. C is different. D is same as A and B. E is same as A and B, etc. So C, J, is it right? C, F, J, and N. Charlie, Foxtrot, Juliet, and Nancy are different. So we're going to pull up this one here first. And I'm going to tell it open. Now, these 4 are identical to one another. So I'm going to stitch all 4 of them at one time. Whenever you pull in a design in the center of your hoop, you're going to see something pop up right here in what's called the objects panel on a Windows machine. I'm on a Mac, but on a Windows machine, it says objects right up here. And then this right here are the properties, and your properties are what are made up of all the objects. So right there, there's all of it. On a Mac, you have a little arrow. On a Windows machine, you'll have a plus. If you click it, it opens up, and these are all of the elements that make up that one object. Okay. So we have, look at the color, neon red, neon green, neon red, neon green. This is what they're doing. Over and over and over, it is the same. So if I click up here at the top, you can see in here, it's all red, green, very Christmassy, right? But down at the bottom, we have Bel Air gray. That Bel Air gray is this gray line all the way around the outside. That is the trim line. However, in that new instruction that was on the project updates, it gives you a little warning on there that says, due to sometimes you get draw in on machine embroidery, so you want to make sure that it measures correctly to the right size before, don't just blindly cut on that line. Okay. Okay. So if you're going to do multiples and you want to color sort, there's kind of an order that it has to go in. And the first thing you want to do is to change all of the colors in the main design. And then you can make multiples of that. Okay. Now, like I said earlier, it does not matter what color you change it to, so long as it is different from everything else. Okay. It's got to be different. Otherwise, it won't color sort. And if you do color sort it, it will all stitch at the same, you'll have things stitching at the same time that you didn't mean to. All right, so here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to click off. So the first one is neon red. That's fine. And the second one is neon green, and that's fine. Everything else below that has got to be a different color from everything else. So it doesn't matter. Remember, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to click this neon red. I'm on 1-3. Now to change the color, I'm just going to, so see RA poly, that's Robeson Antin is what that is. I'm not using Robeson Antin thread. It doesn't matter. We just need to make it a different color. And it doesn't matter if you change the thread brand, doesn't matter. That's the beauty of color sorting. It just doesn't matter. But it cannot be neon red. Otherwise, this neon red and this neon red will stitch at the same time. And in this kind of block, you don't want that. All right. So I'm going to click on the color chip, just left click on it. And I'm going to get a thread dialog box pops up and it says color and applique. And when we're doing applique, you would tap on that. But this is just straight stitching. So we're on the color tab. It's on a Robeson Antin poly, which is fine. So it's on that neon red. And I don't know, I'm just going to choose just from where it popped up because it's easier and then I don't have to scroll. I'm just going to click. So there's the neon red right there. Okay. So I'm just going to click neon pink, one right above it. You can double click it. So look over here now, polyester 5711 neon pink. Okay. Let's click the neon green. It doesn't matter what it is going to be changed to. It just has to be different. Otherwise, this neon green and this neon green will stitch at the same time when we color sort. So I'm going to take this neon green. I'm going to left click on the chip. And there it is highlighted right there. I'm going to pick the one above it, slightly green. Double click it. Okay. I'm going to go through this whole thing. There's neon red again. I'm going to click it. It came up neon red. I've already chosen neon pink. So now I'm going to go one more up, number 2. So now I'm up 2 from neon red. Siberian iris. All right. Neon green. Click it, go up 2. From slightly green, now stunning yellow. This is going to look like a hot mess on the screen in a minute, y'all. We're going to go through here. Neon red. We're going to go to the third one now. 1, 2, 3. Aubergine. I think that's how you say that. Neon green. Click the chip. 1, 2, 3. Pastel green. We're on to number 4 now. Neon red. Click it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Raspberry ice. Neon green. Click it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pastoral green. Is that where we are? What was the last one I did? Siberian, stunning, Aubergine. Pastel was the last one. Pastoral green. Go through here. Look at all these color stops. Oh, my word. Y'all be here all day. So we're on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Purple ice. Neon green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of the blue. Neon red. We're going to click it. We're on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plum. Neon green. Click it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mint. Y'all get the gist of this now? Same thing over and over. Just make them a different color. If you're stitching on a single needle, it's going to stop every time, but we want to color sort. That's right. Okay, so now I'm on 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rich pink. We're getting close to the bottom here. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 palm leaf. Okay. And there's that Bel Air gray, all done. Perfect. So it was seven different ones. So now every single color stop is a different color. Okay. This works. I like it. Now let's make multiples. Okay. So I'm going to back this out just a little bit by clicking here. And I'm going to grab, let me go up to the top. I'm going to click this. Okay. Step C. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to grab it, and I'm just going to grab it anywhere in the middle here. I'm going to drag it up, and I'm going to put it into this quadrant of the hoop. Let me come out a little bit here. Let me go to all. There. Oh, that's too big. Hold on. I need to move. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now, sorry, you guys. Hold on. This slider on my Mac and the Magic Mouse. There we go. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. You can see down here what I've selected is 4 1/4 by 6 3/4, but the hoop is the 10 by 16, the big one. Okay. The big 10 by 16 for the luminaire. So now we have 17 needles and 17 colors. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I want everything to be different. Okay. So now I'm going to Control A to select all, or Command A on my Mac. Not over here with the words, but over here with the picture. I'm going to right click and copy, click off, right click and paste. And it's going to paste right on top of itself. And I'm going to move it over. Let me just move this. I'll just grab it and move it over. It'll be quicker than sitting here all day. Okay. And I'm just going to move this up. I'm using the arrow keys on my keyboard to move it up so that the center handles are on a line. It just makes it easier when you're trimming if everything is lined up. Okay. So there we go. That's good. Now I'm going to Control A or Command A again, which is the keyboard shortcut to select all. A is all. All right. And over here again on the picture, not on the words, right click, copy, click off, right click, paste. And it pastes it on top of itself. I'm going to move it down a little bit so I can tell that it's different from the one it pasted on top of. I'm going to grab a hold of it and move it down. There. Now, if you want to, you can go through the business of making sure that they're perfectly aligned with one another, but I'm pretty happy with this. All right. If I click this, let's see, that looks good. I'm fine with it. We've got enough room between these to trim. Okay, because you only need a 1/4 inch seam allowance, but this is supposedly the trim line. So we're all good. Just when you're rough cutting them out, it makes it easier. All right, so now let's take a look at what we have now. Let's come down here to the bottom. We've got 7,000 stitches, and we've got 17 needles with 68 color stops. That's a lot, right? 68 color stops, way too much. Let's talk about what we did, okay? We changed all of the thread colors to something different in the first one, and then we made a multiple, and then we made multiples of that, all right? You can do the first, you can copy paste the first one 4 times if you want. Also, just a little note, when you are doing this, your embroidery machine is going to stitch from left to right. But if you grab this one, if you made this one first and you put it down here, it's going to stitch down here first. So that's why I did 1, then 2, and then it's going to stitch 3, then 4. In theory, I think that's how that works. So now we have 4 items in the object panel. Let me move this over. There's 4. Okay. Let me come all the way up. There's 3. Good. I'm going to shorten my little arrows here. There's 2. All right. And there's 1. So we have 4 objects in the objects panel with 68 color stops. This is why you want software, y'all. It just makes your life so much easier. Now I want to color sort this. So I like to do Control A or Command A to select all, just so the software knows that this is what I want to color sort. And you come up to the utility menu. It's way up here in the top bar of your computer. I'm going to click on utility and come down to color sort. On the Windows machine, it's number 2 on my menu. It might be 3 or 4 on the Windows machine, if I remember. So you want to go to color sort. Now, this design has been reduced by 51 color changes, okay? You don't want to click save it. Otherwise, you're going to save your original. You don't want to do that. You want to click on new view, and it's going to give you a new one. And so now look, we went from 4 objects in the objects panel, and on the new one, we have 1 object in the objects panel. So let's see how this is going to stitch, okay? So now we're going to do, look at that, neon red, 4 of them at one time, okay? Neon green, 4 of them at one time, neon pink, and so on. And I like to click through just to make sure I didn't mess something up and everything is doing what it's supposed to do all at the same time. Okay. If you want to do each block one at a time, knock yourself out. But that's not why you bought that big hoop. Perfect. We're ready. I love it. Love, love this. Okay. So now I'm just going to come up here to utility. And if you have a Brother or a Baby Lock machine, Embrilliance has a wireless feature in there to send it to any of the wireless capable machines that Brother and Baby Lock make. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to put CS for color sort and steps. It doesn't like spaces. It doesn't like dashes or anything. So CS steps for color sorted steps. I'm going to click OK. Now you have to have had your machine turned on and click the initial OK button and let it do its registration. And we have the bouncing ball. And it says result file sent to machine. I'm going to click OK and I'm done. I'm ready to embroider. How about that? That's awesome. So I'm going to hide this and get back to you guys. I'm going to remove. There we go. That's how you color sort. Change every color in the original to a different color. Doesn't matter which one. And then make multiples. And then color sort, new view, and double check it, and you're good to go. Okay, that is slick. Deb says that's so slick. It is. So let's get some stabilizer in this big hoop, and then, okay. Uh-oh, Sandy, you're having hoop envy on a 9.5 by 14. I know, girlfriend, it happens. I know. I need my big hoop. Let me get that. It's over here. I got too much stuff sitting on top of my big hoop. I need to open this up. Oh, I've got an Amy Bradley design in there. Let's see. Okay. Let's stabilize, shall we? I'm going to turn this. You need a bigger hoop than a 6 by 10. Yes, my friend, you do. I'm not going to tell you not to spend money on machines. Oh, now let's talk about how I got all of this done. I made a video for you guys to show you. I used those easy stacks. Okay. Let me show you how I did this. Hold on a second here. Let me close this and back that up. Let me see here. That's not it. I took a little video. Oh, I don't have it on here. I'm sorry. I'll just tell you about it. I'll just tell you about it. Okay, 753 entries. Excellent. So what I did was I took the easy stacks. Now, these are on Amazon. They are designed for documents, and I like them because they stack and they nest inside of one another. And I cut my fabrics. See? So now I'm going to have them all stacked together. Right. On the tab, I write in pencil, and it says A and B. So these are the blocks for A and these are the blocks for B. I spent 3 hours yesterday standing here at this cutting table, cutting all of the blocks. Okay. Got them all the steps blocks all cut out. All right. And I'm going to take this. Okay. So now these are all ready to go. I did use a friction marker. Do I have it here? I did. These are in my Amazon store, friction fine liner markers. You can see that, friction fine liner. These iron off very well. Don't use the gel pen, use the marker. And like that says NN on it. Can you see that? So all of the fabrics have their little mark of what they are. Okay. So the way these are set up, because I started with block C. The next one is block F. Okay. They're all different sizes. And the next, these are the 4 that are different. All of those are all the same size. And these are the 4 blocks that are different. So this is the upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right. These are my cuts. This takes time, but it is well worth it. Rather than doing a week or 2 to get these done. Okay. I know it takes a lot of time. Ruth says, I did them on my single needle. I had to trust the process. Yes, absolutely. And it works. Let me do this way. Okay. This is the big 10 by 16 hoop from Dime. Somebody made a comment below the video, one of the videos. I don't know if it was yesterday's or something before. And she said, I have a pacemaker and are they that strong of a magnet? Can I use them? Now me, I'd live on the edge. I would use it and just not hug the thing to my chest. But, you need to check with your doctor. That's all I'm going to tell you on that. I would do it. I just wouldn't get it, hold it away from you. But I don't know. It depends on, is your pacemaker really old, one of the original ones, or is it newer and it's not that big of a deal? I don't know. Those of you that have pacemakers will know, or maybe know somebody who does. So I'm floating these, y'all. Let me show you how to do this. You need your corrugated plastic, a piece of corrugated plastic, even if it's not the right one. Here it is. Okay. So I've got the stabilizer set on there. Let me get this out of the way. Give me some room. Okay. I'm going to put this here. Okay. And I'm just going to stand it up next to the arm and feel the edge of the frame with my fingers. I can see it. Let me get that right. Okay. That looks good. And I'm just going to lay it down. So you put the plastic kind of on it. And you don't have to cover the whole thing. That gives you a little bit of room to straighten out your stabilizer. And then you can pull it. Okay. And you get a nice smooth hooping with no pinched fingers. Great. Love it. All right. We're going to get ready to go here. Okay. The mighty hoops are marked not to be used around pacemakers. That would scare you. Yeah. Well, here's the pacemaker guy says, yes, safe to use. See, now that's the thing. Pacemaker components have changed over years. I don't know. But what I would do, well, now here's the thing, y'all. So the lady said her dealer told her she couldn't use that. The dealer's not a doctor, right? Dime recommends you don't use them if you have a pacemaker, but they have to do that for legal reasons. Better safe than sorry. Check with your doctor. Always check with your doctor. Okay, let's get this in here. I am going to use the warm gray 6, which is a very neutral color on this, okay? Oh, good, Ms. Crazy Mama. She says she hasn't been in her sewing room since before Thanksgiving, and you're getting in there today. Good for you. Good for you. That's awesome. Get in there. Can you use the hoop that came with the machine, or do you need the magnetic? Good question, Cindy. You can use the one that came with the machine. I'm just lazy. I like the magnetic hoops. All right. I'm going to change the thread using my gunky scissors here. This is yesterday's Prim block. So I'm going to do all 4 of these at one time. I went yesterday and showed slow how I changed my thread by tying it off at the top. Okay, I'm doing a pull through. Okay. And all right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Vicki. You're very thoughtful for the super sticker. Thank you so much, darling. You know, cheap class, right? That's what I always say, cheap class. Where's my coffee? All right, I need to bring up the design. I'm going to touch embroidery and the pocket for memory and get this tape dispenser. You're going to go through a lot of tape with this. When you're doing these kinds of designs with the sew and flip designs, you really need to have the tautness of the fabric without your finger being near the needle. Okay, so you can use tape or thank you. Quilt Wench says, great class. Yeah. So you can use the tape or you can use a glue stick or both, whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. I'm going to go to the wireless for memory because I sent it over here wirelessly. And here is my CS steps. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, the 4 are the same pattern. They are the exact same pattern. Yep. With different fabrics. Yep. A little bit different size too. Okay. Where's that top one? I want to make sure I have my 4. There we are. So I have my fabrics here. I have C, F, J, and N. These are the 4 blocks of the 14 that are different from all the rest. There are 10 of them that are identical with, they have different fabrics, but the dimensions of the blocks are different than these 4. So these 4 are what I put in for this one right here. Okay. Let me move this camera out of the way. And I don't want to get confused. So I'm going to set these over here. We'll do this. I'm going to set them over there. Okay. So I have them right here. Let me roll this up a little closer to me. Yeah, this sewing table actually is part of Dreambox. It's an addition you can get with the Dreambox, and it came with the Sew Steady table insert. So I've got that right down here, and I'm excited about getting that put together. I'll show you that next week. All right, so we are ready to go here. I'm just going to hit embroidery. And what do we have? It says it's a 15-minute stitch out for 4 blocks. So that's the thing. So because you're constantly working in the hoop. 15 minutes, I would say, for applique, which is essentially kind of what we're doing without cutting. Oh, you might cut. I don't know. No cutting required. It would be like 30, maybe 40 minutes to get these whole things finished. But we'll go through and I'll show you the process of exactly why I wanted to color sort. Okay, 3 hours. Okay. So first things first is the layout for the first 2 fabrics. First 2 fabrics are done first. So it is going to stitch for the first 2 on all 4 blocks. So I'm going to dig those out here. They're the smallest ones, I believe. And if you want to go so far as to put these into size order, that can be helpful. Okay. And the first of all of these are going to have the red square in the middle. They're all going to have that. So this one is not the right fabric, I don't guess. I'm missing, let me see. Then there it is. Y'all, it took me, like I said, 3 hours to get this cut. So I'm going to put big. Where's the next size? Is this one. And it tells you in the directions which fabric to put down. Okay. So here's this one. That goes up there. Need to sort these. Here's this one. All right. This goes up here. Okay. I need this little one with the red. All right. And this goes here. And then let me get the little one. That's this one with the red again, or maybe the little green one. Yeah. Little green one with the red. Okay. There we go. So now, remember I talked about pulling the hoop. Okay. I don't want to pull the hoop 4 times. I want to pull the hoop once. So let's look at what we have. Okay. So I'm going to take red face down and the other one face up, the bottom one face up. You've got, it's hard to see. I could draw it. I don't have a pencil here to draw it. There is a line right there. This is the bottom fabric, and there's the red one that sits on that, right on that line right there. And it says to tape in place. Okay. So I'm just going to tape it. Let me do little pieces of tape here and here. You're going to go through some tape, y'all. That's why I bought 5 rolls when it was on sale. Okay. And the same here. Okay. Put it right on that line. Center it on there. You want this to come out nice. Y'all, this is so tedious if you have to do them one at a time. This quilt would not get done. This project would not get done if I had to do these one at a time. There is no way. One more. Okay. Put that down right there. So you've been given placement lines. And now what it's going to do is it's going to give you a stitch right here at the bottom. That's not taut enough. It's going to give you a stitch right here at the bottom. And then you're going to flip it over, finger press it, and then it's going to give you another stitch. All right, up we go. You wonder if there is a magnetic resistant shield vest of some sort. Oh, that would be a good idea. All right, so here we go. You feel so accomplished when you do this, you guys, because you're going to be like, I did 4 of them at one time. It was amazing. So here we go. Okay, now it's doing its thing. Okay. Let me double check. Giveaway tool, 807, excellent. Okay. Does it show this in the instructions? Oh, no, Lori. No, no, no. Oh, gosh, our hour is up. Where's my purple fang? I wanted that to be a little smoother. No, it does not. You have to watch my channel for these cool kinds of, well, it shows how to make one block in the instructions. It shows how to make all the blocks in the instructions, but not like this. It doesn't show you how to color sort. You have to watch a channel like me to see how to do that. Okay. You're making the throw size, so you had to do them one at a time. Linda says an hour is not enough. I know. All right, you guys, last call for Orange Pop rulers. U.S. shipping only, please. Hashtag Orange Pop. And you have 1 week or 24 hours to get in touch with me to give me a shipping address for these things. Otherwise, I'm going to reach out to the one before. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take these apart. We're going to do one more, and then I'm going to draw the giveaway. Okay, so now this just pulls back and finger press. And I'm going to take this tape and bring it down here. Okay, pull this tape off. You could kind of use it over and over. Oh, pull that one. I'm going to have tape everywhere, I can tell. Okay, pull it off, finger press. Yeah, sometimes you can do 2, y'all, and it doesn't have to be up and down. You can do them side to side. Just, do a printout or make a couple copies of it and see how you can make it fit of your, and you can print in Embrilliance. That's a nice little feature too, to be able to print. Very handy. Again, Embrilliance has a coupon now for 10% off. I showed you how to do this very cool feature in Embrilliance Essentials. Only $139. It's a great Christmas gift to yourself if you're an embroiderer. Okay, so there we go. Now it's going to do the placement line for the next piece of fabric. Okay. 4 at one time. There we go. And I need to look on the instructions to see which piece of fabric it is. Let me see here. I need to pull up the instructions so I can see it. It'll tell me I've got it right to that. So that was L and X. The next one is CC. So see how it's stitching. Get you in here. Oh no, I got two. The next one is NN on the first one. So which one is NN? On this one, I'm looking at the very first. Okay. All right. So now this, you take the next fabric. Let me see. I think there's a different color on this. I don't know. Okay. You're going to take the next fabric and you're going to put it not like this. This is face down, right? You're going to put it up here so that it sits right there on that. Okay. This is C and F. Right up here on this placement line, you're going to align your fabric right on the end of that. Okay. And then this one is next, I think. You're building the center of the blocks. Okay. Let me see here. There we go. Like that. I think I did that right. I think I did. I'll make sure I got it right. Oh, it says NN. Huh. Okay. So now it's just going to stitch. It says align fabric with the bottom edge of the placement stitch with the excess fabric to the top, tape to secure, and then flip the top fabric down. Okay. All right. We can do that. So that's all it's going to do is stitch it. I'm not taping it, right? Whoop, that's not right. Bottom edge of the fabric, not the line. Sorry, my bad. Let me get that out of there. Okay. And you may want to take the tape off. You don't want it to be inside of the block unless, I mean, you don't care about that, right? And you, I'll just get rid of this. You tape it. Let me get this rid, gone. I don't want to tell you guys wrong. Okay. So you're going to tape this, pull. Come here, you. Where's my snips? I got one little stitch in there. Okay. Even with the bottom edge of the fabric, like that. Yeah, like that. Not on the line, even with the bottom edge of the fabric. I believe that's the way it goes. Okay, now we'll do it. And then it's going to do all 4 of these at once. So you just keep doing that and following the instructions, okay? And then you just keep on going. All right, let's do our giveaway, shall we? Stitch and flip, stitch and flip, stitch and flip. Let me go back here. Okay, get back to you guys. Close Embrilliance. I'm going to bring it down. I don't want to close it. Bring this down. Very good. Yeah, I thought it was wrong too. I know. Okay. Ready to do a giveaway? Let's do a share screen. Okay. 848 entrants. Ready, set, go. This is always so fun, you guys. Oh, I love the hearts you guys are giving me. That's so sweet. All right, our winner is Connie Kessler, 5964. Congratulations, Connie. That's fantastic. Send me an email, powertoolswiththread@outlook.com, and let me know where you want me to send your orange pop rulers. So thank you so much for spending time with me this morning, you guys. Please give the video a like, thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. We've always got lots of very cool stuff going on here. Okay. And I hope you have an amazing weekend. I hope you get some stitching done. And you guys go sew something, okay? I love y'all. Bye.